One of my favorite objects in the newly restored Raphael room is this fantastic 14-string guitar from Italy. Restoring it was an exciting project combining detective work and detailed conservation. Our guitar had been badly damaged over time. In order to learn more about the guitar and restore it to its former beauty, first we examined it carefully using the age-old technique of close looking and by taking it to Massachusetts General Hospital for a CT scan. The scan helped us to understand how the piece was made and revealed information about the structure of a previous restoration that had been done on the neck. After the CT scan, we took it to Boston Medical Center for an endoscopy.
We know it's a maker because his name is inscribed on the top here, Mosca Cavalli.
We knew Mosca Cavalli worked in the 18th century, but we didn't know the specific date of this guitar. Guitars like this often have a maker's label on the inside, but we couldn't see the interior because of this beautiful carved lattice work in the sound hole. The only access points then would be just these two holes on the side of the instrument. During the endoscopy, the doctors fed in a nice little air tube, and then there was this wonderful moment where the centuries of dust parted and we could finally see the label. It read Mosca. The name Cavalli was obscured by a restoration, and then it said fecit, which means made this.
And then the numbers 172, the final number was obscured, but at least we can now narrow down the date to 1720s.
We also discovered that as a part of making the guitar, Mosca Cavalli lined the interior with manuscript pages and music. So armed with the new information from our scientific investigations, we began the process of conservation. To restore the decorative details on the guitar, Melissa worked with mother-of-pearl shell. She also worked with animal bone to replace those areas lost on the edges. And she used a synthetic material to replace the look of the lost tortoiseshell. In a previous restoration, somebody attempted to replace some of the lost detail with a nice little mother-of-pearl button, and we've made the decision to leave this as it's a part of the history of the piece. With her work complete, we can now see that there are 4 angels here playing music together and that this central figure is playing a keyboard instrument. The final step was putting strings back on the guitar for the first time in decades or perhaps even centuries. While our guitar is too fragile to play, one other Mosca Cavalli guitar exists at the nearby Museum of Fine Arts in Boston. That's the music that you've been hearing and what this beautiful guitar would have sounded like.